I'm a data scientist in Toronto. I just got my job couple of months back, but this AI thing, I swear to God, I feel so anxious all the time. And my worst nightmare came true. Before I just had to look at a screen and just code. But now I have to talk to people, interact. I don't hate it, but it's very hard to not be anxious about something and then act normal. I feel that is a skill I am learning now. I go to work, they give me some task, I just ask AI, do this, do this, do this. I keep throwing the error at it till it just gets it done. Then I just rely on someone else to like check it and I will be done. There's a huge problem here. With AI now, I don't even think AI is going to take our jobs, but this AI is making my life more emotionally challenging. And I wanted to make this video of how do you deal with emotions, especially when it comes to AI, especially now when we are interacting with people much more. I have a couple of stories that I would like to share. One time there is this one girl who came to me after exam and I just asked, hey, how was your exam? And then she pulled me aside and she was like, this guy always tease me of being a topper, but they don't know, I don't study, I somehow actually make it. And she starts crying. Okay. You know what my reaction was? I said, oh, wait a minute. I filled up a glass of water and I handed it over to her. Looking back now, that's probably the worst thing I could have done. But what's interesting is even years later, when someone is in an emotional state or when you're in an emotional state, everything just becomes 10x harder. Social interaction becomes 10x harder. I can't even boil rice. I don't know how. I mess up boiling rice, especially when I am feeling sad or something. In this video, I would like to share some of my thoughts on some of the emotions like anger, sadness, frustration, hopelessness, which I am also feeling a lot, and how I interpret it as a programmer. When I think about it, the variables that's involved in emotions, there are two things that we are calibrating here. One is the inner reality, like how you view the world, what you think the world should be like. Two, the external reality, the way the world actually is, the external reality. So you have the inner reality and you have the external reality. Anger is an emotion. First of all, anger comes because you have an inner reality and you have an external reality. In your definition, you believe that the way external reality is shouldn't be that way. It should be the way you think it is, and you're going to physically move the external world to align with your internal world. I'll give you an example. I was living with some of my housemates. I finished eating. I was about to like drop my food in like the dustbin. I opened the dustbin. I see like this one guy dumped all his food and it's like super messy. Dude, I got so angry at that guy. I really wanted to scream at him, shout at him, but I had to take a moment and be like, what am I avoiding here? I think this guy should not do this. Is that true? So there is an inner reality where no human being would like make dustbin so dirty. That's how people should behave. You see, that should is coming from me. And then you have the external reality, what actually happened. The guy actually did that. He made the thing messy and stuff. And I had to like sit for like 10 minutes and collect myself. And I'm like, oh my God, this reaction is just not justified for the mistake he did. And then I eventually calmed down. I started breathing like, 10, 9, 8, whatever. I just me recognizing this, it kind of like takes the sting off a little bit. Your brain starts saying, and it's like, okay, it's okay, I have this weird expectation from this guy to not do this. So that's anger, right? You have this inner reality and you have this external reality. Sadness is when you have this inner reality and you have the external reality, and you don't want you feel powerless basically. You think mm, you think this external reality should be this way, but you can't change it. You don't have the power to change it. So now you feel sad. You're trying to like call for help so that other people come into the picture and somehow do the thing for you. That's sadness. An example for sadness would be, I can't even, anyway, I, I'm like getting lost in like sad thoughts. But when I watch like a show and someone kind of, he like falls down and he's not able to get up, oh my God, that makes me so sad, because I know if I was down, I would also not be able to get up. And I don't know if at that moment would I have the strength to get up. And that makes me sad. That's sadness. You have another emotion which I deal with quite often actually, is anxiety. Now, is anxiety an emotion? I really don't know. But I'll tell you what anxiety feels like for me. Anxiety is this. I feel this energy in back of my spine, and I just want to like make my mouth in this shape. That's it. I want my anxiety to be in this shape, like this. And I find that really sad. So how do you deal with anxiety even? I have couple of techniques to deal with anxiety, but none of these techniques honestly would one shot make it go away. Because anxiety fundamentally is coming from fear. You're afraid of something. The only way you would not be afraid of it is if you know that this fear is unfounded. Basically, let's say I was afraid of getting fired. Now, what am I really being afraid of? Oh, maybe I won't get another job. But if you have the confidence of getting many jobs, so you won't be really anxious of getting fired. AI is making me anxious. Why is AI making me anxious? Because I, at some point, I'm afraid that I'm gonna like write some code. People are gonna ask me, dude, why did you publish this? I'm like, I don't even know. AI did this. And you can't say that. Another thing, AI could replace me. Some business people come in, swoop in the picture and take it. I think we are far away from that, but you're still anxious. A big anxious factor for us programmers is this. How can you how can you keep up with the AI trend? That is one of the most anxious things you could ever think of. For that, I do have the Karpathy has like a 3-hour video breaking down the AI stuff. That's a great resource to help you deal with the social anxious pressures. Also, another thing I'm struggling to understand is how can I just be free of this entire job thing, because as I keep working you get more and more jaded and you just want to take a vacation and just have the money come in but not have to do any of the work, just fly away somewhere, not have to think about some stand up or some scrum meeting or whatever. So I don't know how to get there yet, but I just wanted to make this video to share some thoughts about how I deal with my own actions. Let me know in the comments below, what are you guys dealing with? I would love to know. I'm in this quest basically to try to understand myself, and my real question is, how can I change myself? How can I change myself without any external stimulus? I don't want all these like get rich quick gurus screaming stuff into my ears. I don't want that. How can I change myself reliably alone? How can I have the confidence to change myself? I'm exploring that right now. I'm even reading this book called The Molecule of More. Check that out in my streams before. If you love hanging out, I would love to hear your story. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you like and take a time to subscribe if you like it. Thank you so much. See ya. Bye.